today's session, we're going to cover some footwork, changes of direction, and then we're going to get into receiving the ball under pressure, both in front of you and behind, and how we can get out of those situations. Let's get into it. Now we're going to get into some linear and lateral reaction. So if you have someone that can either clap for you or say go, I want you to react to that, and we're either going to be moving linear or laterally or backing up. Okay, so here we go. Just important as reaction is also being able to be aware, right? So if I'm facing the field, the player that I'm marking gets the ball here. First thing I want to do is put pressure. When the ball travels, I travel. As soon as he's about to receive this ball, I have to start to lighten up my feet and not go as directly towards him. Okay, the next drill we're going to work on is called the figure eight. When we do this drill, I want to make sure a couple important things here. I want to make sure that when we turn, we're not tall here, right? Because when I want to turn away from a player, say the cone is the player, I don't want him to be too close to this ball, right? I also don't want to use inside of the foot, and I'm also showing him the ball very close here. If you have enough space, doesn't matter if you use your inside to turn, but when you're working in a tight situation, players coming close to the ball, you want to use the outside, and you want your back foot to get wide. And you want your back foot to not be slow. You want your back foot to be very, very, very active, right? I don't want to be announcing what I'm going to do, right? I want to be elusive. I want to be a little bit tricky in how I receive. If I want to go to my right and I'm going to receive a ball from someone, I maybe want to receive here first to see if I can get the defender to either anticipate the space here, right, and leave me this space open, or I can get them to simply turn their body slightly, and if they're close to me and they turn their hips this way, I might be able to just take a touch past them and beat them, right? So let's get into it here. Body angle, excited, push. Now when I connect with this pass here, I don't want to reach and swing through it. I want to get around the ball, around it, right? The ball is rolling, I get around it, and I'm essentially going to chop at it. And what I'd like to make contact with is this bone, just right on this bone that you're going to feel on the inner top of your foot here. All right, so as this ball is rolling here, right, I'm going to chop it in here. Okay, if you have a sibling or a friend, a parent that can grab the ball for you and connect a nice pass down the middle, great. If you don't have that, have your parent get the ball, right, and just roll it to you at a good pace here, roll it to you at a good pace here, but you need a good, steady, solid pass, right, something that's game related. defender on your back. Ideal situation, we worked on another video where you receive the ball and you can, right, you checked in, you're able to turn and face the player. That's not always the case, right? Sometimes the defender is going to be right on your back. Okay, you've seen your fair share of this next scenario. Ball gets cleared, ball in the air. You got a defender on your back. You're receiving a ball under pressure. You're trying to go forward with it. You have every disadvantage here, right? Because the defender sees everything in front of him. You don't see if they're coming up on your right, your left, if they're coming physical. So in this situation, I don't like to really settle it and put it here so that he can pick and choose how he wants to win it. I don't want to be one step ahead of him. So what we're going to work on here is when I check in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my body and turn to direct the ball going forward. All right, so when I check in, I'll check into this ball and I'm going to turn. Right? If you can get your foot on it right away, right as it's bouncing, that's the best scenario. Right? If it bounces and then bounces again, try to reduce it to I get my touch and I get right on top of it, right, to settle the ball. We'll work on going forward on that touch later, but right now I just want to make sure that after you chest the ball, right, that you get your foot right on top of it. In this scenario, we're going to check in. White marker is like the defender that's trailing in behind you, right? Scenario one, defender stays in the middle. When I open up, when I split off to open up, right? It's important that when I open up, that I don't open up and I'm facing here. I want to open up and leave enough space to invite the ball in here. I don't want to be too close to the defender because now I'm inviting him to the ball too, right? I want to make sure that I create enough distance. Right now he feels safe because a good defender, their job is to make sure that they're covering the player with the ball, but they're also covering their counterpart. If my counterpart moves in behind me, good defender should drop off to cover, or someone else is going to go pick them up, then I can go press the ball. In this situation here, defender stays in the middle. I want to position my body in a way that, what is my body language saying? Play me in front so I can beat this player. Right? The important thing is that when I branch off here, that I move square. Right? And then I move forward with my touch. Be an aggressive first touch behind this player. So, we've conditioned the defender to now, right? He stays in the middle, and we've taught him that when he stays in the middle, right, after I drop the ball off, he stays in the middle and doesn't come to me, doesn't tighten his mark. He's learned that I receive a ball in here and I take a touch behind him. So whether his coach has explained it to him or he's making the adjustment on his own, now I want to have a solution for him coming to tighten up. When I drop this off, he comes to tighten up on me now. The space has been created in the middle here. All right, so now instead of receiving the ball here, I want to show my teammate, just as he looks at me and this player comes to me, I'm going to run in behind now to receive the ball in here. Okay, for this drill, we're going to be imagining that these cones are a player that's tracking you, right? And at every cone, we're gonna pull a move here. The first one that we're gonna work on is just gonna be the pullback, right? We're gonna add a lot of energy, like we're going forward. Make sure that your body's over the ball, and we don't want to pull this ball towards the player, right? We're gonna show him the ball, so we're gonna step, protect the ball here from him, turn, and right away put it on the outer foot. Right, so switch to the other foot, step right where the cone is, pull, and put it right away on the outer foot. Step, pull it back, step, pull it back, take off right away. So the next skill that we're going to work on here is going to be an outside of the foot cut, right? Keeping the ball away from the cones. I cut, get wide here, right? I want to be sharp and intimidate this player a little bit, right? I don't want to come into my ball nice and light, right? I'm not going to get him to stop in his tracks, right? When I go to cut my ball, I'm dribbling. I want it to be sharp. Sharp here, and touch the ball, and then switch right away. Here, some footwork, some reaction, and then we're gonna do some change of direction, explosive movement. When we start here, I want to make sure that we leave with both hands and both feet at the same time, right? And we land with both feet at the same time, right? Land, athletic stance, eyes up, and immediately shuffle, 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 shuffle. Don't let your feet cross over. Now, have someone call this out for you because this is about reaction, right? So have them one time call it as you're here. Have them call it one time when you're mid-air over the hurdle, soccer ball, cone, whatever you have. Have them call it one time when you're landing. Right? Have them call it one time when you're here. Right? Just mix it up so that you can see them react from here instead of going back. They react and go. In the air, how quickly can they set their feet and react and go? Okay, footwork for a change of direction here. Finish off strong, okay? We're down to the last few sets here. Okay, great job, guys. Keep in mind, there's two types of players on this field. There's the players that are going to help you continue to grow and evolve, and then there's the players that are going to hold you back. Make sure that you're that player that's helping your teammates grow, be be accountable for the work that you put in, help your teammates evolve, and at the same time, you're gonna find yourself surrounding yourself with people that at the same time are gonna help you evolve and continue to grow.